Hello everyone, my name is Hal Stead. You've come to Quail Studios Guitar, and I'm going to teach you any song today by John Denver. And here we go. We start off with, now he has a 12-string guitar when he plays this, and he plays the D chord like this. Let's zoom in and I'll show you what it looks like. I'm playing a D chord like this. My first finger's on the 5th fret, E string. My 3rd and 4th fingers are on the 7th fret, B and G string, and my D string is open. That's a D chord going to D sus4, back to D. G chord, my favorite G, to an A chord. I'm doing it with one finger. B minor. Like a night. Back to G. In a forest. D. I'm playing the D chord this way now with my first finger in a bar. Instead of playing it like this or like this, I'm playing it like this. So these two notes, the E string 2nd fret and the G string 2nd fret, are taken up with this right here, this finger in a bar. My second finger is playing the 3rd fret B string. And then I'm going to a D with a C sharp bass. So I hold that D chord and then I bring my 3rd finger up to 4th fret A string. And then I'm not playing the D string, I'm playing that string and then these 3 strings. And then B minor, or you could play a B minor 7. Then the next chord is a B minor with an A bass. Then we go to a G chord again, and then an F sharp minor. I played it like this. F sharp minor looks like this. But since I'm only playing the E string, and then the D string, the G string, the B string, and the E string, I'll show you in a minute on my right hand, but I'm playing it like that. And then E minor. Either way you want to do it. Sometimes I just, from the F sharp minor, I just slide this finger down 2 frets. And I'm playing my E string open, 2nd fret on the D string, G string open, B string open, E string open, to a G chord again, and then an A7. Doesn't really matter how you play that, with which fingers. Let's see, and what other chords do we have here? We just repeat them. A, B minor, G, D, D with a C sharp bass, B minor with an A bass, G, F sharp minor, E minor, A7. Oh, and then I do a D. So I do a D chord like this, and then a D sus4 like this. Come, come, let me love you. And that's all the chords. Let's look at our right hand and see what it looks like. Here's the introduction, and this is exactly how we do this. I do the D string with my thumb. The index finger is on the G string. Something like that. Hold the D. You fill up my senses. That's a G chord. So my thumb is on the E string and my 4 fingers, index, middle, ring, and pinky. So I pluck the E string, then the D string, and then the 3 strings, the G, B, and E strings. A, of course my A string, my A bass is right there on the 5th string. Same thing with the B minor chord, and then the G chord, and then the D, D with a C sharp bass, I'm actually playing a B minor 7 with an A bass right there. That's the chord that I was using right there. Back to the right hand. So I'm on the G chord, F sharp minor. This is the same picking pattern all the way through. E minor, G, A7, once you get the feeling for this, okay, it's really feels really simple. B minor, G, D, D with a C sharp bass, B minor with an A bass, G, F sharp minor, E minor, A7, D, D sus4, right? That's how we do that. Let's talk a little bit about the form of the song. We start out with an intro. Hold a D. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest. So when we play this, we're playing it straight through, all the way through. And really, this is like a big verse. And it's interesting because there's not like a separate section that's like a chorus that's different than this part. It just goes through. And the next one is the same kind of thing. The next verse, I guess you could say. It's interesting because there's not a definite verse and then a chorus and a verse and a chorus. There's just this section of music, and it's all the same chords and everything. And then it does it again with different words. Come let me love you. Let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. I love these words, don't you? They're fantastic. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come let me love you. Come love me again. Ooh. And then they do like a lead. It's actually, you know, in a concert setting, I heard him humming, and there were instruments playing the melody and that kind of thing. And it's just like playing that verse again, just all the way through until he gets to the third line where it goes G, A. Let me give my life to you. And that's the first time that he ever says that. He doesn't say that in the first verse or in the second verse. Come let me love you. Now he says that in the second verse. Come love me again. You fill up my senses. And so now he says that again. He does the first verse all over again. And so you're listening to it and you're just thinking, wow, you know, I've heard this before, but it's beautiful, so I'm just going to listen to it. John Denver has a way of, his voice is a tenor voice, and he just floats up there. There it is. So, that's the lowest note he hits in the whole song, is that F sharp. You know, and he floats up there, you fill up my senses. And he floats, and then he goes up, you know, to an E. Da, 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 on that A7. Let me die in your arms. He does it better than I do. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Yeah, he just floats up there. So if you can't do that, then you can tune your guitar down a half a step. If you wanted to change keys, you could put a capo on and sing it an octave lower. You know, you could put a capo on the 3rd fret or 5th fret or 7th fret or something like that. And that would work too. All right, thanks for coming. I have a Patreon page. You can see me over there and donate there. Or you can look at the PayPal link in the description. There's a PayPal link, you can donate there. Thank you very much for being here. And we'll talk to you later.